Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I have a coloring video for you today. It is a completed pages video. I haven't done a completed pages video in a really long time. I actually went back through my channel to see when the last one I did was, and that was in July. So today I'm going to show you everything I colored between August of 2021 and March 2022. March isn't over yet, and I'll probably get at least one more in. But for anybody else that colors, this might be like a really huge video, but for me, because I color slowly, not so much. But I'll show you everything, and I tried to put everything in order that I colored it, so hopefully that will work. And again, I'm filming at my kitchen table, so it's kind of gloomy today. The sun goes in and out, so hopefully you'll be able to see everything. But I colored in Magical Witches from Deborah Muller. This was a page that I had back in August, and unfortunately I didn't write. I got lazy about what I used, my mediums. I have a notebook, like a journal that I was logging everything in, and I got really lazy. So going forward, I'm starting to write down everything again. But I do remember this one. This one I used highlighters from the Dollar Tree, because I had gone into the Dollar Tree with my mom. I was staying at my mom's when I colored this one. So I used highlighters and Crayola Twistables. I had just purchased some Crayola Twistables, and I used them, and a little bit of gel pen, looks like, also. So yeah, so I colored this one. This definitely is not one of my favorites. Not crazy about this, but you know, we can't be crazy about everything that we color. It's not horrible, just not my favorite. I didn't like those highlighter pens at all, or highlighter markers at all on this paper. It pilled up really bad from the wetness of that, so, and streaked, but you know, it was just something fun to color. So that's from Magical Witches, and this book I think I only have about eight or 9 pages left in this book to finish it. So yeah, maybe one of these days I'll get it done. But yeah, that's Magical Witches from Deborah Muller. And then the next one is in Country Gardens, coloring book by Teresa Goodridge. And I colored, put my book up there, see if I can. I colored a page in here because there was a group buddy color in one of the groups I'm in from this book, and so I had it, and I thought, well, I better color in it. So I went ahead and did this one here of this dog by the well, and I thought, I don't remember exactly what I used, but I know I used some type of watercolor medium, so I know it was probably Neocolor 2, I think, and I see a lot of Posca pen on there, white Posca, and some kind of colored pencils, but I would say most likely Prismacolor, but I'm not sure. So I enjoy these pages once they're colored, but getting them colored is a process for me because it's not my normal style, and there's always so much detail. I love the Teresa Goodridge books. I absolutely love them, but they're intimidating to me personally, you know, because I color more like figures, like people, portraits, things like that, fantasy, and these. But like I said, once you get done with them, I think they're just absolutely beautiful. They're so like cozy and cute, and I love them. But yeah, this one I'm pretty sure it was Neocolor 2, probably Prismacolor. You know what, now that I think about it, I actually think I used watercolor pencils. I had the Derwent starter set of watercolor pencils. Yep, now I remember. That I got on clearance at my grocery store for like $2.99. It was like the, maybe set of 10 or 12, whatever the smallest set is. I used those. I just all of a sudden remembered it. So that's what it was. That's why the sky is a little bit dark, because the blue that they had was like a deeper blue and in that set. And yeah, I just remembered that all of a sudden. So that is from Country Gardens by Teresa Goodridge. And then I did 2 in Miss Fantastic by Deborah Muller. This is a book that I hope to finish this year. Actually, I hope to finish it this spring. I don't have that much left to go in it. Let me see. I flagged my pages. Let me try to find the first one because I have so much done in it. Oh, here we go. Okay. So this one was the first one I did, and get my bookmark off there. Not sure what I did with this one. Looks like some type of markers, maybe with pencil over it. I don't know for sure. I'd be able to tell. Well, it didn't bleed through though, so maybe it was like Crayola Super Tips or something like that. Could have been those Cali. Anyways, some type of marker looks like, and then a little bit of pencil for shading. And then the next one, let me see, is, now I flagged these for, oh, here we go. This one. And I really like this one. I like the colors of blue and green with the red hair. I really, really like that one. So, yeah, I like that one quite a bit. I love orangey reds, or deep, like warm red shades mixed with like blue or teal. I always think that's a striking color combination. So, and I don't have many to go left in this one. I think I have 12, yeah, 12 pages left in this one. So, yeah, so that's Miss Fantastic. You can hear Dutch. The squirrels are aggravating him and the birds and everything. Next, I have the Macarons Sketchbook from Carla Magana, and I did 2 in this one. I think also, let me see, I flagged them because, here we go, because the, I have so many done. So that it was this one, and I know specifically I used crayons with this one, and maybe gel pen, or, yeah, it looks like some sparkly, probably Pentel, the Sparkle Pop ones, I think. So, yeah, I can tell that's what I used for that. And then the next one was this girl here, and I used, I think, the same crayons on her and some gel pen also. And actually, I remember now I used these, I did these for Sonia. She had a Sonia's Mixed Media. She did like a color along, I think, of Carla Magana in September. So I did both of those. But, yeah, this is another one that I don't have much to go in it before it's completed. So that's from Macarons Sketchbook by Carla Magana. I'm not sure if it's Magana or Magana. You know, I don't really know. All right, next we have Gothic Beauty, and I have that page flagged here. I'm finally using my my page flags that I got. They actually help me keep track of everything. So I have this one here, and I think I use markers. I'll be able to tell if I flip it. Yeah, alcohol markers. I think the Cali Art ones, I have those, and I need to use them up, so I think I tried to use them. Quite a bit of, I see like a lot of stickles here, quite a bit of stickles, and some gold gel pen. But I like this one. I like the color palette in this quite a bit. I like it a lot. This is one of my favorite Deborah books. I know I say that about a lot of her books, but I really, really, really like this book. It's a lot of fun. So this one was Gothic Beauty from Deborah Muller. Next I have Dark Darlings by Deborah Muller, and it looks like I did 2 in this book also. So let me see. Here is the first one I did. That one was for a werewolf challenge in one of the horror coloring groups I'm in. They did a werewolf challenge, and a lot of people were coloring, you know, the traditional scary werewolves. And I do have some books that have those kind of werewolves in them, but I thought this one would be fun. This picture has always stood out to me. I think it's super fun, just very whimsical, and Deborah's style of humor, Halloween humor that gets me going. I absolutely love it. So I know I used, I think Neocolor too. I can tell, yeah, I used like Neocolor too, and probably some type of pencils. And I can tell here on the moon, I don't know if this is going to show because I don't know how well the lighting does, but there's like some watercolor, like iridescent watercolor on there, and gel pens. I had a lot of fun with that one. I liked it quite a bit. And then the other one I did was back in September, and this one I did for one of Olga Rani's, was it monthly? I think she did, well, she does monthly and weekly coloring challenges, and I think this one was for a monthly one. You had to show a weapon, and obviously this little pumpkin chick has the knife, and she's stabbing the other pumpkin chick's eyeball out. So funny. These books crack me up. When Deborah does these types of books, it just cracks me up. I have so much fun coloring these images because they're so funny to look at. You know, they're just very enjoyable. So this book is a lot of fun. So that's Dark Darlings from Deborah Muller. And then the next one I have is from a box set that Deborah put out. This was the first like limited edition thing she started doing on her Etsy store. This was back in October for Halloween. She did the very first one. They've become very popular. She's done one for Halloween, for Christmas. She just did a fairies one, and now she's working on a mermaid one for April, the end of April, I think, for Mermaid. But this one was the first one she did, and she had some of these loose 5x7 size of these different images, and I loved this one. So I think I used Distress inks for the background, and Cali art markers, some gel pen, Posca, and stickles. I can see that there is definitely some stickles and some glitter gel pen on there too, on the eyelids. So yeah, and the spider has a little bit of red. Now I can see that. So that is from one of those box sets that Deborah did at Halloween time. I love the Distress ink on here. Really, really fun to do the background like that. And then the next one, I also used the Distress ink on the background. And this one is from Beauty of Horror Tricks and Treats by Alan Robert. A gorgeous Halloween special, and I did this pumpkin girl here, and I did the same kind of thing on the background here with Distress inks, different colors, because I kind of wanted to look like hellish and fiery behind her, you know, and to, like, she's lit up with this, like, evil. She's got the head hanging down, and all of her Halloween candy has spilled out of the pumpkin and everything. I had a lot of fun with this one. That was fun, and it didn't take that long because the book is tiny. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. I'm not sure. I know this is gel pen. Looks like Moonlight, Jelly Roll Moonlight. This purple, and then the black is gel pen. But as far as like her skin and everything, I don't know what I did. I don't know if it was pencils. I'm probably just pencil work, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But that is from Alan Roberts' Beauty of Horror Tricks and Treats, a gorgeous Halloween special. Slip that inside of there. The next one was Victorian Witches. I'm trying to remember where I had my book placed by the flowers so that I keep it in frame. So yeah, this should be good. Victorian Witches, and I think I just did the one in here. And it was this one. And I know I used Neocolor 2 on this. Looks like some Jelly Roll glaze. I can tell that how it's shiny, and maybe a bit of white Posca, and maybe some yellow on the beak and the eye and the foot of that bird. And oh yeah, and her eyes too. The yellow Jelly Roll Moonlight, the neon yellow one or whatever. I love that one. I use that quite often. I use the yellow from the Moonlight set, and also from the Glaze set. I love the yellow in both of those. So they're fantastic to have on hand for accents. So, and I think I did this one also for one of Olga Rani's challenges. She had done a bird, like a raven or maybe, or a crow. I can't remember exactly what it was. But yeah, I colored that one for the this one for that challenge. And I did Neo Color 2, I think was everything. The her clothing, her hair, skin, the background, and then I used pencils to shade everything. So I really like how that one turned out. I thought it was a lot of fun. I like her hair quite a bit. I really like the dress. I like the green, kind of that like muddy olive color with red against it like that. I think that's nice, striking color combination. Sometimes when you do a good color combination, you want to try to remember it, and then you forget until you see it again. Until you see it again. So that one is Victorian Witches from Deborah Muller. Lots of Deborah Muller as usual for me. The next one is in the Witch coloring book from Coloring Book Cafe here. And I just have one in here. And it is, let's see, right here. And I just used, I think, pencils on most of it. But then I went ahead and did some distress ink on this background, like where it's brown. That's distress inks. But I think I just used Prismacolors and blended them out with a colorless blender pencil. I know that the texture of this paper is really rough, but I don't think it looks that bad. The white spaces doesn't bother me. Like, I realize some people can't stand it. It's a deal breaker. They hate that. But to me, once you pull back and you look at the overall picture, I think it's fine for me. But everyone has their own preferences, and that's totally cool, you know, but it just doesn't bug me. So I can see I used some gel pen in here, some of that yellow, probably the Jolly Roll Moonlight. And then I used some white also. I can tell in the flames I used some white and more of that yellow, and I see the yellow around these flowers here. So yeah. It looks like maybe some glitter gel pen, Pentel Sparkle Pot, probably the gold one, on the sole of the shoe. So I like this one though. I think it's very fallish, you know. So that one is from Coloring Book Cafe, Witch Coloring Book. And you know I love witch coloring books too. That's like my other favorite thing to do, right? Next we have Gothic Christmas. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything here. Gothic Christmas. And I have two that I colored in this one, and I was staying with my mother for a week or so. I think she had some doctor's appointments, and so I had to go stay with her. And so I did this one here. Get my little Malfoy tag off. I used crayons and Posca. That was, and maybe some Crayola Super Tip marker also, I think, on this one. This one reminds me so much of like A Christmas Carol, when they go back in time and you see what Ebenezer's girlfriend looked like, you know, at the Christmas parties and whatnot. I really like that one. And then the other one, let's see, where is it? It is right here. Take my Ron Weasley off. And this one is also Crayola crayons, Super Tips, and white Posca. And that's it for that. And I really like this one a lot. I love the colors. I think the colors are really, really fun and striking. Nice combination. That teal, or like lighter blue with red and dark green and black. I like that combination quite a bit. So yeah, I like using crayons. Sometimes in Deborah's books, they make the picture go by very quickly, and again, the white spaces don't bother me. You can blend a crayon out with a blender pencil too. That does help. I mean, obviously it's not like going to be the greatest, but it does work, you know, to do that. So sometimes I do that, but I like crayons sometimes, you know, it's fun. So that one. is from A Gothic Christmas from Deborah Muller. And this is another one of my favorite books from Deborah. I really like that a lot. I had a color by number that I did not finish. This is a WIP in the Creative Havens Christmas Color by Number by George Tufexis. This is the only color by number I have from George Tufexis, and they are quite a bit more detailed than like your Color Questopia or what are the other ones? I can't remember I'm not really that into the color by number, so I don't know. But I started this one and I didn't finish it. So I would like to go back and finish it. I think it's supposed to be, let me see, you probably won't be able to tell, but it's this one right here. I thought it was pretty, but yeah, it's quite detailed, and I just kind of got burnt out on it, I think. But I do want to finish it, so I plan on that at some point. I like these colors a lot, the red and pink together. I like that a lot. That one's from Christmas Color by Number, George Tufexis, Creative Haven. And then I also started, but did not complete, the Advent coloring calendar. So this was in Deborah Muller's box that she did for Christmas, her limited edition coloring box. She had put an Advent calendar in there, and I actually I almost completed it. So here was the first 12 days, right? And then here is the next 12 days, and I stopped shy of three of them. So I almost completed it. I don't know what my deal was, why I didn't. But hopefully Deborah will produce another Advent calendar next year for Christmas. I'm hoping that she'll do it like do it in book form, just some really simple images. I have put a bug in her ear about that because they are so popular, especially with like the you know, the different Sally Berry. That's what I'm thinking of. Sally Berry. One is always very popular at Christmas time. But on these, I just kind of used a mixture of pencils, some of them were marker, just depended, stickles on some of them, glitter gel pen, just depended on what I was in the mood for that day. So I only missed it by 3 images, otherwise I would have completed it. So that's the Advent calendar from Deborah Muller. I have a WIP here in Tales from the Midnight Masquerade by Hannah Carlson. This is almost done, so I definitely should complete this. All I have left to do basically is her hair and her mask and earrings. And then if I wanted to do a background on it, which I think I will because I smeared it around here. The blue got smudged with my hand. I didn't realize I was using the Pablo pencils, which were new to me at the time. And I didn't know that they would smear, and they did. But it's not terrible, but it's enough to bug me, so I'll probably do some type of background on it. But I've used the Pablos and Posca. The red dots are Posca, and the gold bells here are Posca also. So, but I think it's cute so far, you know, and I'm so close to finishing it. It's ridiculous to not finish it, you know what I mean? And those Pablos are so vibrant. Keith asked me when I was coloring that, he said, aren't you worried that the markers are going to run through the other side and ruin it? And I said, this is pencils. And he was like, what? That's pencils? Because they're so vibrant, but that's the Pablos. Yeah, really, really nice. I need to break those out and use them again because I've only used them on that. So that is a WIP in Tales from the Midnight Masquerade by Hannah Carlson. And then we're almost down to the end. The next one was one I did not so long ago. This one is from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Big Bads and Monsters. This has various illustrators in it. I think it's by IDW Publishing, though. I'm pretty sure it's from IDW. The other one was... No, this is Dark Horse. Sorry. Her other one, I think, was IDW. So this is Dark Horse, but there's various illustrators on it. And this was for a challenge in my horror coloring group that I'm in for, not Halloween, Valentine's Day. It was Deathly Romance was the challenge, and I thought this one would be really good. So if you're a Buffy fan, you know this is from the episode where Willow and Xander were vampires, and I looked up what they looked like in the actual show, and their skin tone was very much more flesh colored, normal, than what I have here. This is kind of like a greenish, yellowy, gray type shade, but, you know, I took liberties because it's okay to do that, right? No rules. So I really enjoyed coloring this one. I think it turned out really, really well. I'm not like one of those people that toots my own horn or anything like that, because it's not perfect, obviously, but for an amateur person that's not an artist, that just colors, I think I did a pretty good job. My favorite part is her hair. I used Prismacolor pencils for the whole thing, and then Posca. And so her hair is just Prismacolors, and I used 2 shades of Posca to put like kind of streaks in her hair. I used the yellow and I used an orange, and then I just smudged it with my finger to try to blend it in as much as I could with the pencil. So I also put a little bit of sparkly paint, not like a clear glamour dust or something like that, glitter dust on the background. And it seems to me I used something else too. I might have used Distress Inks on this background, I think. But regardless, I really, really like it. I think it turned out really nice. So, very happy with that one. And that one is from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Big Bads and Monsters. And then the last book that I'll show you is from the Deborah Muller Artsy Girls. So we have a, if you're new to my channel or new to the coloring or new to Deborah Muller, we have, I'm pulling out all my scrap papers I have stuffed in this, just so you know. We are doing a color along for the entire year out of this book here. This is the Artsy Girls from Deborah Muller, and we're going to complete this book in 2022 in our Deborah Muller Facebook group. So it's not too late to join the color along. You're more than welcome to join in at any time. And even if you're not in the group or you don't do Facebook, that's okay, because you can join in on Instagram too. We're using the hashtag Artsy Girls Challenge, and I'll put that in the description section below, as well as a link to our Facebook group if you choose to join in, which is a lot of fun. So I'm just saying. But I have 6 pages done in this, so I'm a little bit behind because right now I should have had more, but as some of you guys know, that my dear mother-in-law passed away at the beginning of this month, and I just was occupied, you know, and I couldn't color, and just now I finished another page in it last night. So I have 6 done in this. I wanted to have 9 done by the end of the month, but we will see. Or wait, 8. Did I want to have 8 done, I think, by the end of the month? I can't remember. Yeah, 8 done by the end of the month. So anyways, I'll show you the ones I have done. I have this one done, which is all Black Widow pencils and white Posca. I've got gemstones here on her sofa. And yes, the gemstones are pretty big and chunky, but I only have this page to go over it. And so I can put in like a piece of cardboard or something to, you know, protect me from making texture on this page. So I'm not worried about that there. So there was that page, and we have this one. I used Crayola crayons and Posca pen on this one. I really had a good time with this one. I like it quite a bit. Looks like I've got some gel pen too, Pentel Sparkle Pop, I can tell. My favorite part about this is the brick wall, and I also love that I graffitied this brick with A Loves K for Keith and I. Couldn't resist doing that, right? Let's see, this is the next one. This one I did with Crayola Colors of the World markers. Well, her skin I did in her hair, and then I can't remember what markers I used to do the rest of it, but I also used some white gel pen, looks like, and maybe that might be it. Oh, a little bit of glitter on her earrings. I wasn't pleased with her skin. It came out darker than I expected, but I worked really hard to try to still give it some dimension and shading and maybe some highlight. But the Colors of the World markers are, they're kids markers, and I totally get it. I'm not complaining about them whatsoever. It just, they were really, really streaky here on this particular page. So wasn't crazy about the way it turned out, but I like her hair. I think it's cute. I think the goat is cute. I just, you know, and then her skin, I think it turned out good with what I had to work with. That was good. And let me see, is that it for here? Oh, one more right here. This is the one I finished last night. I had actually started this while my mother-in-law was in the hospital, when I was sitting there, you know, with her and that. So I colored this one. And this one is just all Crayola Twistable and some Posca. Just the whole thing is colored with Crayola Twistable, and then I used Posca to like highlight her eye. I put a little bit of white on the, whatever these pastries are supposed to be here, and that I just wanted to get it finished, so I finished that one last night. Although I do really like using the Crayola Twistables. I think they're fun. This one was a buddy color with Nikki, and I used alcohol markers on this, and some glitter. Yeah, alcohol markers and lots of glitter, and I can see the background is very sparkly, so like there's a lot of glitter here on the background. I don't know if that's going to show up or not, but yeah. So, and it looks like some white Posca. And then this one also was alcohol markers and pencil, white Posca and stickles. I can see that these are stickles here on that patchwork in the back. So I think that's it. Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So yeah. And so this is the book we want to complete for 2022. And even though I'm a little bit behind now this month, I don't think I'll have a problem catching up. So wow, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I thank you for watching. Hopefully for the next one I won't have as many books to show you. You know what I mean? So I want to make some headway in the Artsy Girls for sure. So I'll probably have one of these videos at the end of April. So thank you so much for watching. You can question or comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.